We're off to see The Great Gatsby. It's about rich dude, and it's a movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people will understand that.
No, they don't.
Sure.
They don't understand anything.
Whatever.
It eludes them. Like, what is this Great Gatsby? I read it in high school. I didn't read Great Gatsby in high school.
I didn't read it in high school either.
But you went through the hassle of listening to it.
Listening to the audiobook.
Listening to the audiobook.
But I don't think people should be reading it in high school. It's a little
reading in night school?
Reading it in high school.
Why?
It doesn't seem like one of those books that, you would
find interesting.
Well, no, not that, but like read in high school, like, as he's, is wanting this girl to cheat on her husband and stuff like that. You're like, damn, some adultery going on.
That's what it's all about these days, right? There's no morals in the country, stuff like that.
It's like, might as well let the kids read 50 Shades of Grey.
In high school, we were supposed to watch The Godfather. Like, we signed off one of those permission slips.
Really?
To see mature movies.
Yeah.
And I think we saw Mad City with John Travolta and Dustin. Right. Well, it's a security guard, like, holds himself up in his workplace, which is a museum. And it's only he and a reporter, which is Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, that's what we saw in high school.
That's cool. That's violent.
A bomb went off.
So
John Travolta blew himself up. Spoilers!
Rated PG-13?
I think so. It had Alan Alda in it, from MASH. And he's like, this is a critical critique. I guess that's redundant. This is a critique of media and how bloodthirsty they are because they're wanting people with more blood on their face and stuff like that.
Well, that's true.
Like, you could see how important that would be.
Yeah. Sure.
In a mass media class.
Oh, is that what it was?
That was an English elective, dude.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm going to take that.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, Great Gatsby. And it's got the Baz Luhrmann thing going on. You said you liked Romeo and Juliet. I've seen that and Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, I've seen Moulin Rouge. I just don't remember it, but I remember Romeo and Juliet, and I really like that.
Yeah, that was weird because we watched 3 different versions of Romeo and Juliet, and that was one.
Yeah, I remember watching a couple versions of Romeo and Juliet, too.
Such a boring story.
Unless it was told by that dude.
Yeah, there wasn't even any nudity in it.
No, but it's still cool.
Like the original 1960-something version had boobs. Like, I remember the teacher, like, rushing up to the screen and be like, throwing his arms over. No, you can't see this. Can't see it.
Only I can see it.
Only adults can see it. That was the same teacher who equated the action of a book to sex, which was a lot for my frail mind in freshman year.
You're telling me that reading a book is just as good as having sex?
Well,
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Exposition, you gotta expose yourself. Rising action, you gotta rising your action, and then climax.
You're talking about like the way a book should be.
Yeah, the action of a book. The action of a book. Yeah, and then denouement, which is where you have the cigarette or whatever. It's true. Anyway, same teacher.
Gotcha.
But Baz Luhrmann, man, Moulin Rouge. I almost didn't make it through that movie. That movie's weird. And then this will be weird, or like Shiny.
Shiny and Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's doing he did the score, or was he like, yo dog, put these tracks in it? Because I don't think he does much producing.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was attributed that he was
the dude.
The music dude behind it.
He was the M83 of The Great Gatsby.
So maybe he found the producers and was like, yo, this is what I want to hear. Now this is Jay-Z. I want to hear like this. No, and put B in there, some Beyonce.
That's the best Jay-Z impression ever.
That you ever heard?
That I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's madness. Here's a truck. I guess it's an SUV. It's dark out. See, this is bro show territory. Out in the wilderness here. Anyway, we'll cut to when we get there.
Really?
I don't know. Alright, we be here. As soon as fucking cars. This is like dash cam, except Phoenix edition. There's the mighty theater, the Tron-like sphere of hedonistic pleasure. Oh, seriously, it's cool looking. He was trying to brake check you, yo. Look at it. It's pretty. Yeah, they don't have any of these back in Colorado. Go figure. Alright, well anyway, we'll get back to you right after the film. Yeah!
Yeah.
Alright, what'd you think?
I liked it. I mean, it was like the book to me. I mean,
So you heard the book?
Yeah, I went the cheap route, the audiobook.
The cheap route.
Yeah, cheating route. I guess if you're into reading, and I'm not, so I was like, let me get the audiobook. And
right.
It was. I mean, like they followed the book to pretty much a T. Like, I mean, there was parts that they cut out that. Because obviously the book it's like 5.5 hours long read.
Sure.
So they had to cut out some stuff for time. But, I mean, the language was, like, really similar.
Uh-huh.
I liked it wasn't, like, I thought the hip-hop music was going to be more, but it wasn't.
I did, too. I thought it was going to be, like, it wasn't going to be just Jay-Z popping off some catalog hits, you know?
Right, and some Beyonce and some Kanye.
Yeah.
But I liked the music. It, like, fit it. Like, it seemed to fit pretty well, like the way they mixed some of the like jazz music and stuff too together. I like that. And it was nice to see like expressions on people's faces, because like, I guess maybe it's just me, but when I hear a book or if I read something, I can't convey the emotion necessarily. But like to see like the scene in the barbershop whenever DiCaprio is first meeting Tom, he knows, and he doesn't want to meet him.
The barbershop underground prohibition club.
Yeah, and so he's kind of like hiding away from Tom because of his plans of what he wants to do and everything. And like DiCaprio, he did a great job acting. I thought I loved that.
Especially his reveal, kind of golden smile, like
Yeah, I know, like
I'm doing
sorry,
this.
Old sport. I'm not a very good host. Fireworks. You're like, all
right, dude. All right.
I get it. What'd you think, though?
I thought it was fine. I thought it got slow.
It did get a little slow, but that was the book.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
What did you think? Because Russell reviewed it today, and they cut out a lot of the stuff that he says kind of made the book a deeper story, and instead it's like star-crossed lovers. Like they just kind of stripped it down a bit too much.
I don't know. Maybe like the ending where that was more watered down because it was at Wilson's garage. That's not where he did the reveal, and said that it was Gatsby. Like Wilson was seriously going from like garage to garage, looking for a yellow car, and like heard that that he knew that fucking Tom knew more about it, so he like basically broke into Tom's house with a gun and was like, tell me who it is, and Tom was like, oh, it's Gatsby.
So the scene where they're at his garage, that was it was
right,
kind of condensation.
Yeah, they just exactly. There's many scenes like that. When they were driving to the town and everything, they were like, now let's go to the movie, and then Gatsby was in front the entire time in the book, not behind like they were, and they weren't racing.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's more dramatic, yo.
Yeah, there's some things in the book, but I don't think that there was anything that like
they clearly missed.
Yeah, like they condensed it for the 2.5 hours. I think it was right.
It was a while.
Yeah, so I think they did a good job of condensing. I really don't know what was needed extra to say anything.
He just said that it was more like the original book was more of a commentary on how the 20s was, rather than Gatsby loves Daisy.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I guess it was because but I mean, they kind of mentioned it. But like in the book, I thought was kind of drawn out and was kind of awkward. Is there's seriously it's going on where Caraway is mentioning 100 different names of people that attended the parties, and you're like, dude, I get it. There's a lot of affluent people that came to these parties.
I noticed there was a lot of double, people saying stuff second time or what have you, just a lot of redundancy. There were 3 moments where he's describing things or something's being described again, at the end there. Then he explained how he was penniless and he met with the dude and how he got big, and then how he went after they'd already explained all that earlier.
Well, sure, but that was in the book too. Yeah, because in the book he brings it out and he's like, I'm telling you now. Inside the book, he says, I'm telling you this now, but I learned about it later on, and then he kind of goes over it again. So that was straight out of the book.
What do you think about all the special effects? There's so much CGI.
Thing, I couldn't tell a scene that was real. Honestly, the cars were so CGI. The dock, I couldn't tell.
Everything looked like it had that color adjusted around the edge to get rid of the green screen.
Right, and everything was it was totally everything. Everything it seemed like it was
just a special effect.
Yeah, on a green screen. That was kind of crazy. But I guess that's the style he was going for.
Sure. I've noticed it was a lot less crazy than his previous films, because it was pretty quick cut up front, seizure but it never got as crazy as his previous movies.
Yeah, I didn't get where people are complaining that it was very just boom boom boom. It didn't really seem that way to me. I was, from what I heard, that it was crazy, seizurely, but no, it just seemed like it was showing a party. That's what you see, at a party. That's how I expect a party scene to be filmed, is
right
here,
done.
Showing the party, if you were there getting drunk, you have flashes of things. Every time I've been drunk as shit at a party, I only have flashes of things, and it's seriously good. So that's how I was like, all right, I got it.
I get what you're saying, Norman.
And that shit was awesome. It's I want to go to a party like that. That was some crazy.
There was a lot of glitter, dude. Glitter coming out of champagne bottles, and
I don't know where that shit came from. That was crazy.
What would you give it out of 10?
I would say it's probably I would give
4.
It no
5.
No, I'd give it
I'd probably give it a 7.
Let's see, I'd probably give it an 8, but I'm high 8.
Yeah, because you're yo, dog, I love the book.
No, the book was alright, but I loved, I thought the movie brought the book to life more to me.
Cool.
But it's a love story. It's not really my type of thing. But I really liked it. I thought it was good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a random thing.
Yeah, random thing. Yeah.
Random thing.